While relaxing on the beach, Jim suddenly spotted something strange happening in the water. Was he seeing this correctly? He couldn't believe his eyes. In the water, he saw a dog catching a ride on a dolphin's back. Jim couldn't help but laugh, but that quickly changed when he saw why the dolphin was helping the dog. That's when a huge wave of adrenaline came over Jim, and he knew he had to do something. He couldn't understand how anyone could do such a thing. The dog couldn't be anything but innocent, but it was still in the ocean alone. They could still see the loose collar around its neck, showing that it had an owner. Seeing what had been done to the dog, he ran into the water. He had to save the dog. Even with his dolphin ride, he was sure it wouldn't last long in the water. His laughs were short-lived as he dashed off his bath towel and ran towards the ocean. He had no clue if the dolphin would even let him get close, but he knew the dog could never make it to shore without help. Jim saw the dolphin slowing down, appearing hesitant about him nearing it. Spotting his wife, Iris, looking confused, Jim yelled at her to call animal rescue. His concern was for the dog in the water, and he wondered how it ended up there and who was responsible. The past week had been hectic for Jim and Iris, working overtime. Seeking relaxation, they decided on a beach day. They put on swimwear, brought towels, lunch, and games. The beach, initially quiet, became extraordinary when they spotted wild dolphins, a lucky moment. The pod's visit was magical, but the second time, a lone fin appeared with a dog clinging to it, seemingly surfing. Jim noticed something amiss, realizing the dog needed help. He ran towards the shoreline, urging Iris to call for animal rescue and the Coast Guard. Jim treaded water cautiously as he approached the dolphin and dog. Not wanting to startle them, he waited for reinforcements. He noticed a collar on the dog, raising questions about its presence in the water. As Jim signaled desperately for help, the Coast Guard and animal rescue boats approached. With practiced precision, they created a safe perimeter around the duo. Slow and deliberate movements ensured a calm environment. The rescuers extended a net towards the exhausted dog, lifting it from the water successfully. The dolphin stayed close but didn't interfere. Jim watched, relieved, as the dog was safely in the rescuers' hands. Jim swam back to the shore, keeping an eye on the boat where the dog lay. As he emerged from the water, he saw the rescuers carrying the dog onto the beach, wrapped in a warm, dry blanket. Jim felt overwhelming relief and walked closer to ensure the dog's well-being. On the beach, the rescue team surrounded the dog, checking its health and offering comfort. Jim observed the scene, feeling a connection to the brave animal. He noticed a glinting collar with a small metal tag that read Max and displayed an address. This tag became a beacon of hope in unraveling the mystery of Max's ocean adventure. With the assurance that Max was in good hands, Jim and Iris decided to follow the address on the tag. Their journey led them to an unfamiliar part of the coast, filled with speculation about Max's origins and the circumstances of his ocean ordeal. The drive ended in front of a quaint, isolated house matching Max's tag. The quiet surroundings felt unusual, and Jim and Iris, uncertain but determined, approached the door. Knocking yielded no response, and peering through drawn curtains revealed silence inside. Circling the house, Jim and Iris observed signs of neglect, suggesting an extended absence of residents. Neighbors informed them that the elderly couple who owned the house had always been private and had not been seen for weeks. Concerned about the couple's well-being, the community's worry deepened with the deteriorating condition of the house. Jim and Iris, standing in front of the silent house, contemplated the unanswered questions. Further conversations with locals unveiled more details about the couple's life, including the husband's prolonged battle with a serious illness. This information provided context for the neglected state of the house and the couple's need for privacy during a challenging period. The community's growing concern reflected their tight-knit nature, emphasizing their collective sense of responsibility for each other. The narrative of Max's mysterious journey became intertwined with the lives of the elderly couple and the supportive community, leaving unanswered questions that hinted at a deeper, unfolding story. Jim, Iris, and neighbors attempted to trace the missing couple's last known movements, but the trail went cold. deepening the worry and mystery surrounding their disappearance. The search revealed the couple's fondness for boating, especially on the sea. A group of locals, including Jim and Iris, discovered an abandoned boat matching the descriptions given by neighbors. The boat seemed hastily left, with signs of recent use, personal belongings scattered inside, and a half-empty water bottle. The mystery surrounding the couple's sudden departure intensified. Concerned about the fate of the couple, the search expanded, becoming a community-wide effort. Volunteers combed the area, posted flyers, organized search parties, and shared information on social media. The community's close-knit nature shone through as businesses provided support to the search teams. Tragedy struck when the elderly man's body was found on a remote beach. The news spread grief and shock through the community. Residents rallied together, offering support and sharing in the heartache. Preliminary findings suggested natural causes, bringing a small sense of relief. The focus shifted urgently to finding the missing wife. In a surprising turn of events, she was found in a local hospital, recovering from a minor accident. The discovery brought relief, but raised concerns about her husband's fate. The wife recounted her recent accident at home, revealing gaps in her memory. She was unaware of her husband's fate and Max's adventure, adding another layer to the unfolding mystery. Her confusion deepened as they explained the situation, her face reflecting a mix of disbelief and sorrow. The gap in her knowledge was puzzling and heartbreaking, leaving Jim and Iris with more questions than answers about the events that had transpired. In the quiet hospital room, Jim and Iris began piecing together the events leading to the current situation. The wife's fragmented recollections, the husband's discovery, and Max's remarkable journey slowly formed a picture with missing elements, an incomplete and mysterious story. Despite her frail state, the wife spoke warmly about Max, describing his deep loyalty and protective nature. Max was more than a pet. He was a guardian. Her anecdotes illustrated a bond beyond the usual owner-pet relationship, emphasizing Max's special place in their lives. The routine departure for a sea trip made the subsequent events more heart-wrenching. The wife spoke of their shared love for the sea and how these trips were a cherished part of their life together, adding a poignant note to the story. Piecing together the timeline, it became apparent that Max's actions after the man's passing were likely a search for help. Max's unwavering dedication to his owner was deeply moving, showcasing the extraordinary nature of the dog's loyalty. In the quiet hospital room, Jim and Iris began to understand the full extent of Max's journey. It was not just a tale of survival, but one of devotion and a desperate plea for assistance. Max's venture into the sea, driven by the need to seek help, added an extraordinary dimension to the narrative. Marine experts, intrigued by Max's story, discussed the dolphin's role with fascination. They believed the dolphin likely sensed Max's distress and responded with compassion, shedding light on the mysterious interaction between Max and the dolphin. The unique interaction became a point of significant interest, demonstrating a level of understanding and cooperation that transcended the boundaries of different worlds. The incident challenged assumptions about animal behavior and served as a compelling example of empathy in the animal kingdom. Max and the dolphin's story highlighted an unusual yet touching bond across species, offering a glimpse into a world where compassion knows no boundaries. Jim, Iris, and the community found the tale of unexpected friendship and aid captivating. As Jim sat by the hospital bedside, reflecting on the emotional roller coaster at the beach, he realized that it wasn't just witnessing an extraordinary event. It was the overwhelming display of loyalty, courage, and compassion that had profoundly touched his heart. The tale of Max and the dolphin served as a powerful reminder of the depth of bonds between animals, leaving Jim and Iris with a renewed appreciation for the unique connections they shared with their pets. Inspired by Max's story, Jim and Iris made a life-changing decision to adopt him, offering him a loving and secure home. It marked the start of a heartwarming chapter in their lives as they prepared for Max's arrival. Understanding that Max had been through a lot, the couple was determined to create a welcoming environment where he could leave behind the uncertainties of his past and build a brighter future. It was a heartfelt farewell to the past, making way for a fresh start. The story concluded with a hopeful outlook on Max's life with Jim and Iris. Their decision to adopt him marked the beginning of a new chapter, filled with love, companionship, and shared adventures. Leaving the hospital with Max, there was a sense of completeness, a feeling that they had not only saved him, but that he had also saved them in his own way. The future was uncertain, but it was a future they were ready to face together, united by the remarkable tale that had brought them together.